Episode 50 Boomer Guitar Sessions Special Labor Day Edition. Okay? This is honoring all those who labor every day. And this is honoring you. This is honoring you. And in honoring you, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how in our fun life, we're going to work less and play more. Okay? So we want to learn the instrument. We want to learn to get better at this thing. The way you do it, if you can think about it in ways of which you can work smarter, not harder, it's going to be in your best interest because we only have so many years left, so many hours left. Wasting time is dumb. So anyway, what we're going to talk about is all the tips, technique, mindset, even songs to get us thinking in terms of what I call economy of motion. When I say economy of motion, this is the idea of anything we can do in order to make the productivity of learning the instrument easier, better, more productive. That's the economy of motion principle. All right. So with that said, today we're going to discuss techniques. We're going to discuss a little mindset maybe. We're going to give you some action takeaways so that you can take away from this and hopefully guitar will be more fun for you and you'll get more out of it. So with that said, the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be finger per fret position playing. So remember when you first picked up a guitar and you played everything with your first finger. Now, sometimes I have my students do this, but it's not because of, it's for other reasons. But so the way we organize fingerings on the guitar is what I call finger per fret. Okay, so when you're trying to do the fast things, you want to have your thumb in the back of the neck. So my thumb is like that. And finger per fret. Now, along with that, what we're gonna talk about is the high finger principle. When I say the high finger principle, up until 20 minutes ago, I didn't have a name for it, but it's something I've taught all along. Is the higher the finger, when you go up in pitch, the higher fingers replace. This is not being heard. So the idea is when you're playing melody, notice that I don't move my fingers. All right. I keep my fingers on the neck for as long as possible until it no longer serves me. Okay, high finger principle. So this is bad economy motion. That is good economy of motion. Higher finger principle. Okay, now the next thing is like rhythm guitar. In rhythm guitar, the big thing in rhythm guitar is it depends on if you're strumming or you're arming or wristing. If you're strumming, is the idea that keeping your arm in constant motion when you're playing certain things. There's certain songs that will be like really impossible for you to play cleanly, to play right, to make it sound like the song. If you're starting and stopping. So the idea is what you want to do, and it depends on what kind of groove of the song is. Sometimes we have, but your arm when you play rhythm guitar, it's going to be in constant motion. Your arm is going to be in constant motion. Okay, that can be, as I said, from song to song to song to song to song. It could be eighth notes like the Eagles or Creedence Clearwater or some of the Beatles stuff. All right. So next, after the arm in constant motion, and as I said, that's kind of a James Brown, Jimmy Nolan thing, but my arm is still in constant motion. That is like one of the few rudiments that I think is like for rhythm guitar that I take drumming language and with the rudiment, and a skill that you get down is going to be a meta skill. So, all right. So the next idea is for economy of motion is song choice. You want to learn first the songs that are the basis of many songs. Okay, they're the meta songs. Okay, so like I always get into like something like Knocking on Heaven's Door because 1,000 different songs. And there's different techniques and things like that. Different techniques that are meta techniques that are in the songs as well. They work out in jam sessions, but they're also the basis of other songs. We don't necessarily have to play Knocking on Heaven's Door in order to get something out of Knocking on Heaven's Door. So learn the songs that are the basis of all songs. So when you're learning one song, you're learning thousands. Okay, so that's fast learning. That's quick learning. Okay. All right. So next down the line is learn some of the meta skills. What I consider to be meta skills are like if you learn this skill, it's gonna affect everything else. Learning a little bit about music theory, major scales, minor scales, learning about the blues, learning your fingerboard, learning your notes on the fingerboard. If you choose not to learn your notes on the fingerboard, you're slowing yourself down. Long term, it is slowing you down. All right. The idea for practice, the work we got to put in is so we don't have to struggle in the future. Okay. Not to say none of it is work, but we can make the work fun. It's like the work to learn notes on the fingerboard on the 3 strings may take you 15 minutes, maybe 20. There's strategies that we can, this can be a future lesson, how to learn the notes on the fingerboard. All right. So that is a thing. So, but it's a 15-minute, 20-minute procrastination. You don't want to procrastinate on that because it's going to slow you down in years and decades. There are people who will never get there because they don't know their notes on the fingerboard. They can't solo and key and they can't play chords and there's lots of things that you don't want to be able to. So the meta skills, also rhythm is a meta skill. Learning as much as you can about rhythm. Okay, the whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, triplets. What's the difference between a shuffle and a 16th note funky thing? Okay, all that stuff. You learn that stuff and it's like it applies to all these other songs. It's not just one song lesson. Like your guitar teacher, when you learn a song with him, do you feel like that after a year's worth of lessons you learn 30 songs, or do you feel that you learn skills that apply to thousands? That's the difference. Choosing the right mentor, that could be economy of motion principle. Okay, is he slowing you down or is he speeding you up? Is he making it easy for you, or is he introducing a lot of stuff that is not relevant to your goals? So that's an economy of motion principle. So rest stroking is another meta skill. Broken chording. Okay. Other miscellaneous meta skills, as I said, like for lead guitar players, the idea of tremolo picking. So the idea that sprinting technique is not the same as walking technique. Do not use walking technique if what you're trying to do is sprint. You got that? Anyway, so we can use very quickly. We can do stuff that sounds impossible. All right. So very quickly we can do things that sound impossible, but there is, in other words, economy of motion. This is not impossible at all. It's just you're not privy to the meta skill or the skills or the economy of motion principles that are applied to it. So work less, make your practice fun. Make your practice fun. So the amount of work we have to do, learning the notes on the fingerboard, it's 15 minutes. How do we make it fun? All right, we find all the E notes. Know that E and F are a half step apart. That's some basic music theory. B, C, between B and C. That's a half step apart. I'm sharp here. That's from Rockin' Too Hard. Anyway, I'm excited today. Happy Labor Day, everybody who labors. Today is going to be my son's first rock concert. I am excited. I'm perhaps more excited than him. Green Day, Smashing Pumpkins, and Rancid, and I love all those bands. Okay, so it's his first concert. I am happy for him. And anyway, this is Rod, Boomer Guitar Sessions. I'll see you later. Have a good, safe Labor Day, and I believe in you, and make it fun. See you then. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember,